Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. Today's tip, homemaking tip for the day. Y'all, at one time, I really thought that I was coming to the close of my homemaking series, and I did, and I'm like, you know what? I can't end this homemaking series so quick because I could be 80 years old and still learn something that I think, hey, that may help some chick out there. I might need to tell them that. So, I may be 80, but I'll still give y'all some tips and tricks on homemaking, okay? When I learn them, okay? So here's another one for you today. So let's get started. Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy and I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about faith, family, home, and farm, and in that order. And we're kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So y'all just come on in, grab a seat, take a look, and have a listen, because you don't want to miss a thing. Hey y'all, welcome to today's video, okay? I just thought of another tip, y'all. And I'm like, I don't know if I have covered that yet or not. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it just in case I forgot it. Or I might have touched on it in another one, but I didn't go in detail. I didn't go in depth. And I'm like, they may not have understood what I said. And I need to make it more clear, okay? So, and I don't know when I'm going to squeeze this video in, y'all, because like I said, I thought I was coming to the end of my homemaking series, and I'm like, people still learn homemaking things every day. There's no end to homemaking and learning. So I'm just going to keep this series up and going, and it won't be like a complete cut off end, because when I learn something else, I'll pop in and I'll tell y'all, okay? So my thought was, let me grab a little drink. This is my second cup of coffee for today, and I need to think straight and I need a sip, okay? Okay, and I need to wake up. I've had my little nappy. Now I need to wake up. Okay, and last night this was going through my mind, and I'm like, Lord, thank you for bringing me this thought. But at 3 a.m. in the morning, could you have just given me just about another hour or two? Okay. So as soon as I got up, I started writing things down before it leaves my brain. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it later. So it's later. It's much later, okay? It's like afternoon, almost evening time, okay? But it's later. I got it. Okay, so when I covered like cleaning and schedules and stuff like that, and I stressed getting you a planner, I'm like, I told them how to use the planner and about making a schedule, but did we cover routines? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, there's a difference between schedule and routine. Let me explain. Let me explain, okay? Let me be Ricky Ricardo here for a second. Let me explain. A routine is the action that you're going to do. You're going to create a list of things that you need to do, a scenario of things that you need to carry out. And it's the action, it's the routine, it's the verb, okay, in school. All right, in English class, if you learn that, it's the action. Schedule is the time that you have allotted out of your day, time to carry out that routine. Do you see the difference? Have y'all ever heard of block scheduling? Let me cover something else on scheduling. You can create a block system. Now in your planner, it has things broke, it has the months broke down to weeks, and then there's a section where it has it broke down by days, like Sunday, Monday, and it's got like a little square there with lines in it that you can just tell all about your day, or write down like a little to-do list in that day, or doctor's appointments for that day. But did you know you could break it down even further if you can find a planner that has it, or make you one? Okay, and make you a binder. Yeah, you don't have to go out here and buy a planner. Y'all, before I started buying the planners, I would go make my own, y'all. You know what I did? I went to Dollar Tree, one of my favorite places to shop, and I bought their yearly calendars that had the months in it, had the little bitty blocks that you could write in, and then I started kind of like making my own pages to break down the month into like the days, okay? And just drew me some little lines. I just made shift my own, okay? Till I started buying a planner. But y'all, you can break it down a little further. Block scheduling. And all you teenagers, or all of us older ones that were teenagers at one time, and we had to go to the school and plan our schedules. You remember in those days when, and teenagers are still having to do it today, where you go to the school and you got a list of classes here that's offered, and some of them are electives and some of them are like mandatory, okay? And then some of them are like things that you want to do. Y'all, I forgot what they were called. It's been so long since I've been in school, and it's been a while since my kids has been in school, so I forgot what it was called. Anyway, when you got to sit there and pick and choose when you wanted to take your classes. Like 8 a.m. Oh, y'all, let's see. I don't want to do English at 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm not awake yet. But, okay. And you would pick that easiest class first in the morning time. And then that afternoon class, it would be one of your classes that you're like, you know what? I'm going to put this last because I can check out early and go home and I won't miss a thing. I did that, y'all. I had it planned just right. We were sneaky little things in high school, okay? And how some of my school teachers, y'all, I have some of my old school teachers, elementary school teachers, watch my channel. And my high school teachers. Anyway, you remember those days when you got to plan your day and the time that you wanted to take that class. Now, apply that to scheduling your routines. It's a block schedule. 8 a.m. Make you a little block. Draw you some lines in it, okay? Be like a little kid. Go get you some construction paper or some white paper and just color and draw and make you your own planner, okay? And then like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Break it down by the hour, y'all, and schedule. Now, that's called a block schedule, okay? You can be like 8 a.m., okay? I need to get breakfast on the table. I need to get the kids ready for school. And I know what some of y'all are thinking, but let me tell you this. Did y'all know that 80% of the schools in just the United States have to start school by 8 a.m.? If your kid walks in that classroom or that school at 7:59 and they miss that bell and they're not in their seat when that bell rings at 8 o'clock, they're tardy. Oh, yes, ma'am. But did you know that there's 20% of schools in the United States that do not start school till 9 o'clock? Oh, my gosh. Y'all, that would be so good. That would be so good. Don't even get me started on school schedules, okay? Because, y'all, sometimes I honestly think there's some wasted time. Okay, yeah, I said that out loud. Ooh, I said that out loud. I did. because there is some wasted time in school. Okay, I'm just gonna nip it in the bud right there. Okay, there is, and I'm sticking to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I've seen schedules. I know what they do. There's a lot of wasted time, but yet they got to keep them there for that 8 hours, 7 and whatever. Okay, they got to keep them there for that 8 hours. Okay, enough about that. Anyway, schedule your hours, your days, even down to the hours. Okay. Now, let's talk about routines. And y'all, I know sometimes there's not enough hours in a day because you got to get little Johnny to something music lessons. You got to get Susie to dance lessons. And y'all, I've been there. I've done it. You're not talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. I've been there. Before my kids, we homeschooled our kids. For those of y'all that don't know, we homeschooled our kids for the first 6 years. Okay? Kindergarten through the 6th grade. They had these bright ideas when they got in junior high, 7th grade. I want to go to public school. Y'all, they were becoming of age. They didn't want to be around mommy all day long anymore. Okay? I think personally they had enough of me because I was the hardest teacher they ever had. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't take crap. I was responsible for my kids' education, and you bet your bottom dollar I was going to make sure they passed. And they made good grades. They did their work, and they did it neatly, because if they didn't, I ripped it up, threw it away, and made them do it again. Yeah, of course they wanted to get away from mama. So, 7th grade, they decided they wanted to go to public school. Okay, so here we go. I'm having to work on somebody else's schedule now. We had our own schedule when we homeschooled. I didn't lollygag around. I was self-disciplined and needed a structure and needed a schedule, even homeschooling, because I thrive on a schedule. Unless I just have those days when I just don't give a flip, okay? I had those days, y'all. But I thrived on schedules. And I'm like, y'all, we've got a lot to do in one day. We need to get with the program. So I did have a schedule for us, even though, y'all, it was kind of a little lax in between and we could do our own thing. But, y'all, we still got done sometimes even before public school got done with classes, okay, and with school. But we sat down, we put our noses to the grindstone, and we got done, okay? And they learned. Now, they may act like they haven't learned a thing, but they did, okay? But 7th grade, they wanted to go to public school, okay? Although I really didn't want to. But, I didn't want my kids to resent me the rest of their lives, okay? And we prayed about it, and we prayed about it, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, because the real teaching is in the home. I didn't leave it up to the school system and the government and the teachers to finish raising my kids. It was still my responsibility. There's just a little freebie for y'all right there, okay? Anywho, let's get back to it. Okay, so I've been there. I've done that. I was on somebody else's time, somebody else's schedule. I had to bump up when I was going to get them some breakfast in their bellies before they went to school, okay? I had to, work on somebody else's time, okay? A time I had to go pick them up from school. A time that I had to get them somewhere because our boys were in sports. And then one was heavily in baseball and football since he was 5. And then one sport he started when he was 5. And then the other sport he started when he was 8. Okay? And 2 different seasons, okay? Yes, and amen. I was there. And then the other one tried baseball. Didn't really like it. Tried soccer. He couldn't understand. You couldn't touch the ball. He couldn't understand that. So then he got into football, but yet he had been in karate since he was 8 years old. So, and he took that all the way up until he was 16. Okay? So, y'all, I've been there. I've done that. I had times like, oh, okay, I got to get this done because in a few minutes I got to leave to go get them up, pick them up from school. Then I got to take them to here. Then I got to take them to here until they started driving. And then I'm like, you can get yourself to school and your extracurricular activities. I'll meet you there. I'll come warm those benches, okay? Yes, I've been there, y'all. I did that. So I had to block schedule out my day. There was an hour for every stinking thing, okay? And then when we all met back at home, or we all got home before they started driving, there's like supper, stuff like that to get done, okay? I've been there, y'all. I know. So I started learning how to create routines for myself. Routines are the actions. Now, routines can consist of different things. The major point of routines is this. It is an action and a series of things that you need to get done to make another time of your day go smoother. Let me give you an example. Another scheduled time of your day to go smoother. Here's some examples. Okay, let's say I want to cut down on the chaos in the morning time. Everybody getting up, getting ready for school, and fussing and fighting, and before you even walk out the door. You've had those kind of mornings? Yes, we have too. Okay, so come up with a routine of things that you can do to cut down on some of that fussing and fighting, and then figure out when you want to do that routine. Okay, here's an example. You know how like kids will like just battle you over what they want to wear to school the next day, especially if they're little kids, okay? They battle you. I don't want to wear that. I want to wear this. Okay. I don't want this for breakfast this morning. You know all the I don't want tos, okay? I heard them. Okay. In the morning times, to cut down on some of the chaos. At nighttime, create a routine. Everybody can't fit in the showers in the morning time, and 4, 5, 6, 7 people all can't take showers at the same time in the mornings, okay? You may only have one bathroom, or you may have 2, but that hot water, y'all, is going to run out on about the 3rd or 4th shower, okay? And you still got 3 more people that need to take showers. You may have the bathroom space, but is that hot water heater going to last you? Y'all, somebody volunteer to take their baths and showers at night. Normally, at nighttime, it's better to give the kids baths and showers at night. So that way the older ones can take their showers or baths in the morning time. Divide and conquer, y'all. Okay? Divide and conquer. Kids, you know, like if you give kids, elementary kids, and up to like middle school kids, let them have their baths and showers at night. It helps them sleep better, helps them rest better. And y'all, they don't get as bad, dirty. You know what I'm saying? Okay? It's okay to let them take their baths and showers at nighttime, okay? Because you know how like when babies and stuff like that, you give them those nighttime baths to help them rest and fall asleep quicker and sleep all through the night. Oh, yeah. Okay? Same way with kids. Teenagers on up to adults normally like taking their showers in the morning because it helps us to wake up, y'all. Okay? There's been times that I have switched when I take my shower, okay? Sometimes I will take it at nighttime, especially like if I've got to get my granddaughters somewhere the next morning and we all need to get ready and we're all hustling and bustling. We do it at nighttime to make our morning time go smoother. Divide and conquer the shower time, okay? Okay, somebody's gonna have to get in that bathroom, okay, and get ready, and then that will cut down on a lot of the fussing and fighting. Another thing that we started learning how to do is, let me take another swig, y'all. This weather, it's just making everything collect and ugh. Okay, now. What was I saying? I just had to take a swig, y'all. Okay, what was the other thing? Yes, okay, the fighting over the clothes. Y'all, pick your battles with your kids and their clothes. I've had my kids want to go to school with hoodies, gym shorts, and cowboy boots. Pick your battles, okay? I quit fighting over silly stuff a long time ago, okay? I'm not dealing with this today, okay? So, and then 100 degrees outside and wanting to wear hoodies, I'm like, you know what? When you get hot enough, you'll take it off. So, y'all, I quit fighting over that stuff. Kids and stuff, let them pick out their clothes sometimes. Give them a little bit of independence. And if they pick out something that just doesn't go together, don't just like say, no, okay? Just say something like, you think that shirt? Hey, look at the colors in this. You think that might match this one a little better? Maybe the kids don't know how to match their colors, y'all, and stuff like that. Give a suggestion and say, this one might look a little bit better because look at the colors. See how it looks good together when you blend the colors? Y'all pick your battles, okay? Get smart. Okay? Use a little psychology on these little boogers, okay? And then you'll cut down on the fights, all right? Pick their clothes out the night before. Do you fighting at nighttime? And then give it a little while. 5 minutes later, they'll forget y'all even thought about it, okay? Before they go to bed. Good night, Mommy. Good night, Daddy. I love you. They done forgot about what you was fighting over. You wouldn't let them wear that little t-shirt with that pair of shorts. They'll forget about it, okay? But you don't want to do all that fighting in the morning time. Do it at nighttime. Let them forget all about it. Then they'll go to bed and everything will be fine. Okay? Pick the clothes out the night before. Okay? Lay them out somewhere. I know a lot of women that will get like some little 5-compartment organizers, whether it's a hang up in the closet or it's a little plastic drawer organizer, okay, or little tubs, and they'll stack them, and they'll have Monday's clothes put in there, Tuesday's clothes put in there, Wednesday, watch the weather, it can change, Wednesday's clothes put in there, Thursday's clothes put in there, okay? See what I'm talking about? Go ahead and get them fixed. Maybe put it down on a level where they can get them out for themselves and just go ahead and start putting their clothes on. And y'all, you didn't do all that fussing and fighting that morning. Pick them out at nighttime. Okay, what is something else? Y'all, I always did this and I loved it and I still do it. It's make ahead breakfasts. Y'all, I survived on that tip and trick, and I did it for my boys when they were in school, when they started going to public school, and I do it for my granddaughters. It makes our morning breakfast time go a little smoother. Take a day, make up some breakfasts, okay? Breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos, something that's easy to fix in the microwave. Sit down and take 5 minutes to eat it, okay? Or heat it up in the microwave, grab and go and eat it on the way, okay? Take a day to make up a bunch of breakfasts, okay? And then put them in the refrigerator. If you make up a whole bunch, then put the extra in the freezer, y'all. And then when you use all them up, take those from the freezer, move them to the refrigerator. Y'all, please, I did it, and it changed our whole morning routine when I was on somebody else's schedule. I was going to be bound and determined my kids were going to get a meal in them before they went to school, okay? Or on the way to school, okay? Make ahead breakfast. Y'all, I got tons of videos on make ahead breakfasts, okay? You can take some of them ideas and roll with it and come up with your own. Making lunches at nighttime. Some things, y'all, you can make sandwiches, y'all, and you can at nighttime and still put them in those lunch boxes, and they're going to be fine the next day. And I'll tell you how in just a second. Set up a lunchbox system, a place where you can teach them how to make their own lunches and do it at nighttime, okay? And grab and go ahead and get their lunch boxes ready. Okay, now for the sandwiches, I know a lot of people are saying, no, we got to make our lunches fresh the next morning because them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they're going to get soggy. Or them turkey sandwiches or ham sandwiches are just going to get soggy. No, this is how you combat that, okay? And you can even pre-make these, y'all, and freeze them. And I'll tell you how. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Put peanut butter, a thin layer of peanut butter on both sides of your bread. Peanut butter is thick and it acts as a barrier that jelly will not seep through. Then put you a little bit of layer of jelly in between there. Then close your sandwich up, put it in a Ziploc bag, go ahead and put it in that lunchbox. It's going to be fine, okay? And you can make those up and you can freeze them, okay? You can pre-make sandwiches and freeze them, y'all. And then if you want to make, it's going to keep their lunch cold, okay? And it will be thawed out by the time they get ready to eat, I promise, okay? Now, turkey sandwiches, like putting the mayonnaise or the mustard or the ketchup on them, okay? Y'all, do the same. Get your sandwich, go ahead and put your meat on it. Put the mayonnaise or the mustard or the ketchup in between your layers of meat. Now, don't put tomato on it at nighttime, okay? Put your fixings in a little bowl extra, and then they can put their lettuce and tomato and pickles on top of it when they get to school. You can still make that sandwich. Set up a lunchbox system, okay? Have some of these kids that's old enough start preparing some of their lunch the night before. Mama, it's not all up to you. Start teaching these kids some responsibility and teaching them how to fix their own lunches. You're welcome. You'll thank me later once you get a flow going and you see what you're doing and you see you'll know where I'm coming from. Hey, that's easy. And they're learning, y'all, responsibility. There you go. Oh, let's see what else. This is my point. Come up with a routine of things that you can do, the action that will make a scheduled time of yours later in the day or a scheduled time in your day to go smoother. Whether it's you like, hey, I need to come up with a nighttime routine to make our morning times go smoother. I need to come up with a morning time to make our evening times go smoother. Y'all, ladies, morning times is a good time to maybe throw something in the crock pot. Okay? Throw something in the crock pot. And if you don't mind going off and leaving your crock pot on low and letting something cook all day, that way when you walk in the door, your meal is ready. You're welcome. Instant pots. Okay? You can do some prep work ahead of time. Y'all, if you do the batch cooking where you're making something at nighttime and you're like, you know what? I'm going to make 2 of these. Here's another tip. Batch cooking. You got a recipe. Make 2. 1 to eat that night. 1 to wrap up and put in the freezer and save it for another meal, another night. Oh, that was a tongue tangler. Another meal, another night. Okay? That morning time, you're like, oh, hey, you know what? I got a lasagna in the freezer. That will be perfect for tonight. Let me go get it out of the freezer and lay it out to thaw. You're welcome. You can have some morning routines to make your evening times go faster. Laundry, y'all, in the morning time, you can throw in a load of laundry and be washing while everybody's getting ready. And then if you've got time, throw it in the dryer. But y'all, be careful when you run your dryer. Don't ever run it when you're not at home. Find a time to run your dryer when somebody's there, okay? Because dryers can catch on fire. My point is, find that routine, that list of action things that you need to do to make your scheduled time in your day run smoother. That is all about routines and schedules. Block out your schedule. 8 a.m. I'm going to do this. And, I got to get breakfast going. 9 a.m. I need to do this. 10 a.m. I need to do this. Okay? It will help you, y'all. I promise. That's all the ideas I got for right now, okay? Something may hit me later, okay? It's not just all about cleaning, y'all. A cleaning routine. Y'all, there's other routines that can be implemented in your day to help something else go smoother. So I hope this has helped y'all, and I hope y'all come up with plenty of good ideas to cut down on some of the arguing, fussing, and fighting and the chaos. You're welcome, and I'll see y'all in the next